In addition, New White Group will give away 3 1 TB mining contract packages to lucky listeners who participate in the event and ask good questions. So if you have any questions you want to ask, please raise your hand in Twitter Space or text your question in YouTube chat box. After every time I ask a guest a question, I will check to see if any friends raise their hands in the Twitter Space or send messages on YouTube. Okay, and we all know that Moledao is a Chinese, English bilingual community. So for the languages, don't worry about that. In this event, you can ask questions in both English and Chinese. And the CMO of NWG, X, will answer in Chinese, and Michael will translate Chinese into English. Great, let's start. Let me just briefly describe what the discussion is why we host the event. The IPFS and distributed storage space have been undergoing much technical development over the past few years. Today, New White Group, being a top Filecoin and IPFS promoter and storage provider, will give insights into what's been going on behind the scenes of Filecoin as well as the retrieval market, such as Titan Ultra Network retrieval application developed in-house by New White Group. We are honored to invite Michael, head of international division of New White Group, and X, CMO of New White Group, to share the theme for us. Okay, now, Michael and X, so happy to have the discussion with you. Could you introduce yourself and your primary role at New White Group?
Michael, okay, I'll start first. Hi, I'm Michael. Nice to meet everybody. I've been in the crypto space for over 11 years now, since 2011. Starting off mining Bitcoin and then doing a lot of activity in Canada, such as founding the world's first Bitcoin association at the university level for it. And in recent years, I've joined New Web Group, which is a Web3 company based out of Shenzhen and Hong Kong. And our goal is to provide the upcoming infrastructure, particularly the data infrastructure for the future Web3 applications. One of our core focus is Filecoin storage providing, which we've been doing since December 2020. And we're one of the world's largest Filecoin mining, aka data storage providers. Excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. So, X, turn to you.
对哦，我就用中文 ，OK 是吗
？OK 的。
因为我这边看不到，因为是在 Zoom 上，我看不到那个，不知道是 YouTube 还是 Twitter 上，就是不知道有多少人在看啊，或怎么样的。对，然后我们就简单介绍。
Thank you, Michael. X, wait a minute. Sorry. Go ahead.
声音 OK 吗
？OK 的 ，OK 的。
OK 啊，对，我们是2020年在 Fair 主网上线之后正式成立，然后对外的嘛，然后也有深圳市政府和深圳福田区政府的政府引导基金来参投我们公司。对，就是一直比较在中国的这个土壤上比较合规的去做 Web3 的这个事情，然后是专注分布式存储这个赛道。对，从到现在将近快2周年了吧。然后这个时间段呢，我们基本上全身心都在存储这个赛道，也没有去做更多其他的。因为 Web3 大家知道，像 NFT、GameFi 有很多热门的领域出来，对。但是我们还是看好分布式存储以及 Filecoin 这个项目，对。
Got it. Michael, could you help to translate?
Yeah, we've been doing Filecoin and IPFS related services since our founding in December 2020, and we're invested by Qifu Ziben, which is QF Capital, which is an institutional level venture capital fund with a lot of government backing, government connections. So our company is the most regulated and institutional of our kind within the Web3 space in China, particularly when it comes to Filecoin storage providing. So we're all on the up and up. We're regulated, and everything that we do, it has a huge amount of oversight by the relevant authorities. And we've been focused on mostly on distributed storage, but we have done investments and also done incubation of other Web3 projects as well. So we're all very happy to be here. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Michael and X. Thanks for your introduction. So now, could you briefly introduce New Web Group, its vision, mission, and its brief history? Maybe Michael, you can first.
So New Web Group, we provide the world-class mining and cloud storage services for all things Web3 related, and we've been doing also a lot of R&D work of enterprise-grade hardware and software and products of that nature, such as, which we'll talk about today briefly, such as the Titan Ultra Network, which is a CDN project that allows for better discovery of files and searches across IPFS, which we think is a really much needed piece of software for users in Web3 to find what they need in Web3. And we provide our clients and partners around the world, not just in China or Asia, but also in the US and other territories, our services. And again, we're backed by Qifu Ziben, which is QF Capital, which has been based out of the Futian district in Shenzhen. And they're one of the top 6 VC institutions in China. I believe they've done a lot of very well-known IPOs in Hong Kong and both in the States, such as an educational platform, I think called EDX. Also, they're behind PopMart, which is a toy store that also IPO'd in Hong Kong. And currently we have hundreds of PBF storage that we're hosting for our clients. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Very useful introduction. Let me give a summary. To summarize Michael's answer, New Web Group provides world-class mining and cloud storage hosting services for all things Web3. Okay, next, X, can you describe how Filecoin has grown over the past 3 years?
Filecoin 的话，其实它从2017年的时候已经在中国，就很多人都知道了。对，然后18、19、20年这3年时间，File没有上线啊，但是在中国的这个社区的影响力是非常大的。然后呢，在20年主网上线之后，就是到现在将近2年多的时间啊，就是应该中国这个 crypto market 的这个加密市场的人肯定都知道，即使没有参与都知道。那参与到这个 Filecoin 这个生态里面的人也非常多，尤其是像通过这种 mining 啊，或者说我们叫质押成为 storage provider 这种存储提供商的形式参与进来的也非常多。对。
Okay.
Michael, 要先翻译一下。
Yeah, you can help. And I noticed that one guy raised his hand into the space. So after Michael translating the answer, let's John Ricky, yeah, ask your question.
Yeah, so what Ax said is, Filecoin has been in development for several years now, and we think it's achieved great success over the years, especially after it went online in October of 2020. And particularly the Chinese market is very hot for Filecoin. I would say even now, despite the bear market. And and actually Filecoin over the last year alone, in transition between the bull market and the current bear market, there's still a lot of activities in Filecoin, not just in China. Actually, it's actually expanded beyond China into other places like Europe and North America as well. So And this year, the Filecoin, the official team, especially the guys behind Orbit, they've done a lot to develop a community. So there's been actually several large-scale summits that's been held in Africa, places like Amsterdam, Singapore, Portugal, and places all across the world, including Canada, where I'm from. So we think the project is growing stronger and stronger, and definitely the community is growing stronger. And as far as the IPFS or distributed storage space, Filecoin is definitely the leader for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Okay, so John K, you can ask your question directly. Hello, John K. I noticed that you raise your hand. You can ask directly.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
My question is, your project is very admirable and popular, but needs a big platform to maintain its sustainability and significance over time. Are you adopting any strategy to promote your project to users? That's it.
Okay, Michael, can you listen clearly about John K?
Yeah, kind of question. Maybe the question is if we can introduce her project, or if there's any way to make investment into it. I think you'll have to wait until the end of the segment where we'll go deeper into it. So please be patient. You'll have your answer in a little bit. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so John K, you can pay more attention, pay more patience. Yeah, Michael and X will answer your question in the next question. Okay, go ahead. So next question. Personally, I'm very interested in next question. How does Filecoin compare to other technologies such as Arweave? Is Filecoin superior and why?
A2行了 ，A2的话，首先这两个项目都是 Filecoin 就是 Filecoin 和 A2都是存储这个赛道的项目啊。然后呢，二者都是基于 IPFS 这个内容搜索的这个技术上的一个创新。然后呢 ，Filecoin 在 ICO 的时候，就是募资最早期的募资的时候 ，Filecoin 是融了2.57亿美金。但是 A2 的话，它的体量会相对小很多，是800万美金。然后Filecoin 现在将近是有19亿币的这样的一个全网的算力然后对应是有300多 P 的一个真实有效数据的一个存储。但是像现在的 A2 的话，可能它现在整体的存储体量还非常非常小，可能 Filecoin 一天的增长量就比A2 全网整体的量都要大的，对，所以这个体量也是，就没有太大的可比性的。另外呢 ，Filecoin 它是更加去中心化的一个网络，更符合 Web3 的一个发展的这种特性了。然后 A2 的话会偏向于中心化一些，所以我们就是在这几年也会去对比吧，因为 A2 确实它现在的市值是 Filecoin 的一半的样子。但是我们还是看好2年之后，应该 Filecoin Fair 的总市值会和 A2 应该会拉开一个很大的差距，就像以太坊2017年的以太坊和其他的公链项目一样，会拉开很大的一个差距。对。
Okay. Okay, so Michael, could you help to translate?
Yeah, first of all, both Filecoin and AR are projects in the distributed storage space, and both are quite innovative using IPFS technology. However, I would say that Filecoin definitely has the commanding lead. Filecoin back in 2017 raised $250 million, around $257 million of ICO funding from institutional partners. AR only raised about $8 million. So off the bat, I think Filecoin definitely have more ammo to go through all the market cycles. Also, Filecoin currently has total computing power of nearly 19 EIB. Around 300 PB of this is real data being used by real companies. And every single day, 2 PB of real data is added while in comparison, AR, total storage volume is very, very small in comparison. The entire network of AR don't really increase as much every single day. And also from a centralization perspective, Filecoin is much more open, much more decentralized. Community is able to raise issues and get consensus on how to improve it, whereas AR is much more centralized. It's much more of a traditional product from a traditional company. Next point would be we think that AR has high costs. The storage capacity is actually very, very low and it's very, very centralized. And we don't think this is where the future of Web3 should be headed. And it won't have the ability to support the future of Web3. But perhaps it does have some advantages. Being that it's a small ecosystem, maybe it's better for smaller projects. But that's not what Filecoin is about. So, we still think that Filecoin, being the leader in IPFS, will probably become the default de facto storage medium for all things Web3.
Okay. Thanks for your answer. And I noticed that James Bond from Twitter Space raised his hand. So James, could you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, sure.
My question is, how will you build strong relationship with communities, and let us know how your project can get involved through the NFT community? That's it.
Okay, the question is related to community. Michael, could you answer the question?
Yeah, I didn't get the question exactly, but if it's about NFTs, we think Filecoin is actually the leader again in the storage of NFTs. Of course, Ethereum right now is where most people store their NFTs. But if you look at the big exchanges, the most notable being OpenSea, actually, all the minting, the creation of NFTs are now stored in Filecoin through Filecoin. So we think over time, as more and more partners, more and more new businesses and exchanges come to support NFTs, definitely Filecoin will be the leader in NFTs.
Okay, thank you, Michael. And Krypton. Yeah.
The leader.
Okay. Yeah, just
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can.
My question is, partnership is always an important factor for every project. Partnership you guys doing is great. So how can we individual benefit from it?
Always factors for every project. Partnership you get doing is great. So how can we individual benefit from it? Michael, can you answer?
Stuff going on with Filecoin now. You're able to mine Filecoin if you want to take the trouble to set up your own hardware. You can partake in the mining aspect, and by mining we mean the data storage. At the same time, you're also able to use third-party enterprise level companies such as ours, such as our company, and buy our services in order to reap the reward of getting Filecoin. So and also Filecoin allows you to store your own private data very safely and cheaply, much cheaper than some other storage providers. If you want to, maybe you want to store terabytes or petabytes of information long term for yourself or your businesses, you can do this in Filecoin.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Let me mention again. New Group will give away 3 1 TB mining contract packages to lucky listeners who ask good questions. Now we have 3 questioners. And if you have other questions, you can raise your hand into the space or ask questions on YouTube chat box. Okay, next. Stevie Axis. Stevie, you want to ask a question? Hello, Stevie. Okay, I haven't heard his.
Hello, Phoebe, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Hello. Yeah, hi. Thanks, Michael, for sharing so much about Filecoin. I would like to find out more about what you mentioned just now as participating as a miner. What are the return on investment that we are looking at as a mining? And if we were to participate in your mining pool, how much would that? What's the ROI for it?
Good question, Michael. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I have to ask X. 欧阳啊，那个观众想问，假如他想经过我们公司参与Filecoin挖矿，他有什么选择？然后他的回报是怎么安排的？
最小的只需要800个 Fair， 然后其他什么都不用管。然後 ROI 的话，年化收益50%。
Okay.
Yeah, so the minimum product that we're selling is 800 Filecoin. You just have to deposit 800 Filecoin, and the ROI per year is about 50%.
就是每天产出的这个80%都是给到客户的。
Yeah, and our company collects 20% mining rewards, daily mining rewards, and 80% goes to you, the customer.
Okay, thank you, X and Michael. Thanks for your answer. Stevie, let me know. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah. So from my understanding, in that sense, it's the ROI is 40%, right? Because if it's 20% going back to the company, so it's 40% net ROI. And what are the risks? Because given Filecoin prices are falling, and also the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum are falling. What would actually happen to the ROI and the Filecoin and the prices? Thank you.
欧阳，他这个观众想问，就是风险在哪里？就现在全部币种，包括Filecoin价格往下跌，那风险应该在哪里呢？
风险，因为我们收的只是收 fail 嘛，所以从 fail 的角度来说，我们只是帮助客户把 fail 的这个数量变多。对，就是比如你1000个 fail， 那和我们合作的话，那可能1000个在540天之后会变成1200、1300个啊，是这样的。那风险的话在于 fail 的它那个金本位，就是它的对标美元的价格，它可能会有涨有跌，这个是风险。对。
Yeah, the risk is just the price of the asset, the price of the Filecoins, which is something that is dependent on the market cycle. So that would be the only risk. There's no risk as far as not having the right amount of Filecoin generated.
我觉得这个可以，我们不是有那个奖品送吗？对，可以送一批，可以体验一下。
Okay.
Yeah, so later
the
price. Yeah, and that's something that.
Okay.
Yeah, as a test. Yeah.
谢谢。我如果有更多想要咨询关于这个挖矿的整个流程跟过程，我可以找谁问呢？直接找Phoebe吗
？No. You can follow New Y Group Twitter and DM them. Yeah.
Yeah, DM us on New Y Group at New Y Group. Yeah.
Or maybe.
因为我在Twitter可能没有这么我要可能之后Phoebe我们帮忙加个微信还是怎么样？
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Okay. So we go on next question. How do you feel the IPFS and all distributed storage space will develop going forward in 2023? What shortcomings exist today and how will they be resolved? what would be the most ideal use case for this technology?
其实 IPFS 和 Filecoin 啊，其实 IPFS 的话是2015年已经推出来了，它是一个非常成熟的一个技术，像传统的互联网都在使用它。那 Filecoin 呢是基于 IPFS 推出2年之后的一个和 Web3 结合的一个激励层。那 Filecoin 呢，经过这几年的一个发展啊，分2个阶段吧，一个是主网上线前，就是17到20年10月15号这之间是一个社区布道的一个过程。那20年10月15号之后呢，其实就是到一个技术实施和社区再传播的一个过程。现在的Filecoin 它目前还没有走到 1.0， 那 Filecoin 里面它现在分3个板块，一个是存储，一个是检索，一个是虚拟机，就 storage retrieval FVM。那现在存储这个板块它已经从以前的垃圾数据走向真实可验证，就是已经验证的数据的这种转变。那检索呢，检索和虚拟机都会在明年的2023年的1季度会有一个比较大的一个进展。那我们相信它在2025年的就是下一轮牛市这2年时间的话，能够获得一个很好的发展。就是当它存储、检索和虚拟机都发展好之后呢，到2025年应该是能够像以太坊一样有一个非常丰富的一个生态，对，所以真正能够赋能 Web3 的一个全生态吧。
Okay, thank you, X. So Michael, could you help to translate?
Yeah, so we feel that IPFS is already relatively mature technology and widely adopted already in Web3. The current development and pain points of Filecoins are being resolved, and Filecoin already has and is continuing to achieve very large scale storage network, and this is to make it suitable for very low cost storage, as well as for backing up very large data sets. But I think we think currently that the disadvantage is that the data is not that convenient to be retrieved. However, we're making headways, in-house headway with our own software development to fix this. And also now Filecoin very soon will have the FVM capability, making it a competitor to Ethereum. So, with FVM, with the retrieval market coming on in the future for Filecoin, and coupled with the amount of hardware that's backing Filecoin, we think Filecoin will become very, very successful right next to Ethereum in the future, and will become the very large backbone of Web3. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Michael and X. Let me briefly summarize what's our guest side. The disadvantage is that the data costs are not very convenient. So the search market and FVM virtual machine are the next very important features of Filecoin. Okay, next question. I understand that New Y Group is developing the Titan Ultra Network. Can you briefly explain what that is and what are the use cases and benefits?
泰坦是，OK， 泰坦是我们去年底，就是2021年底和 Vertical Labs， 还有这个 Filecoin Foundation 一起沟通，然后在今年的中国的春节的时候确定下来的。对，我们和那个 Filecoin 市场检索市场的负责人 Patrick 取得联系，然后在沟通了几次之后，递交一个完整的这个技术方案，然后再通过批准的。对，因为我们认为 Filecoin 网络，它现在有大量的数据存储，但是它缺一个大家去调用，就是低成本高效去调用数据的这样的一个网络。对，所以我们提的这个泰坦这个 方案就是去中心化的一个 CDN 的一个方案。对，那 Filecoin 通过之后呢，就是这个项目也投资了我们100万美金，对，它是分批打的，现在已经有30万美金给了我们，然后去做这个开发。对，我们这个项目也是在明年的1季度会有一个比较重要的消息会和大家公布的。那泰坦这个网络是什么呢？就去中心化 CDN， 可能了解网络的可能知道，那可能没有参与过网络的这个底层的了解的话，举个例子就是泰坦它相当于是ATM 机，然后那个现在的 Filecoin 它打造的是一个已经构建了一个很大的一个金库可以存很多的数据，但是呢要方便大家使用的话，还需要更多的 ATM 机，就是放在要调用数据的客户的身边这样的话可以降低它的一个成本和提高效率。对，我们做的是这个 ATM 机网络的这样一个事情。对
Okay. Thank you, X. So Michael, just translate for our audiences.
Yeah, no problem. So the Titan Ultra Network is a Filecoin retrieval project that we've been developing alongside with Protocol Labs and the Filecoin Foundation. Working very closely with Patrick, who's the head of the Filecoin retrieval market since the end of last year, and and we've been making a lot of headways throughout this entire year. We believe that the Filecoin network really needs a decentralized CDN to help speed up the retrieval of Filecoin storage and to help the availability of the Filecoin network. So after a lot of communication, we've reached consensus during Chinese New Year of this year that Filecoin will invest a total of the Filecoin Protocol Lab and Filecoin Foundation will invest $1 million into this project and provide some guidance. So our team at the New Web Group, we're in charge of development and actually writing the software. So what is the Titan Ultra Network? Well, let me give you an example. So everybody knows about banks and the machine to get where you get your cash, right? So the Filecoin storage sector is equivalent to a bank vault. Gold. And you can use these bank vaults to store gold and a large amount of cash. So Filecoin is essentially storing a large amount of data. The Filecoin, the Titan Ultra Network is the equivalent of having a machine being able to distribute the cash across the world. So basically allows for users to obtain data, search for data, obtain data anytime they want, very quickly and very cheaply, which right now is a little bit lacking in Filecoin. So we believe with Titan Ultra Network on top of Filecoin, we believe once that this is up and running and live, the UX, the user experience of Filecoin will be improved tremendously. Yeah.
Oh, Tim. Oh, amazing. Very wonderful network. Okay, next.
我有问题可以问吗？
Sure.
So my question is, I have heard before the concepts of decentralized CDN.
Yeah.
And for example, there is a project called Saturn from Filecoin. There is kind of partnership in Filecoin. So what's the difference between Saturn and the project Titan that you are doing right now? Thank you.
欧阳他问说 Filecoin 有安排一个 CDN 一个 project， 那这个他们那个 CDN 的 project 跟我们这个 Titan 有什么分别？
说的是那个 Filecoin Saturn 是吧？
对
Saturn 那个是这样，就是检索市场它会有目前主要就是 Saturn 和我们这个 Titan 两个项目在做 CDN 的这个事情，但是 Saturn 的它的目前主要已经开始测试了，它主要是在非中国区外的地方目前有节点在跑，但是中国区的用户是参与不了的。主要原因呢，一个是国内的一些这种 ID 的一些限制，还有一个就是 宽带的费用的一个问题，就是海外的宽带费用比我们国内要便宜很多很多。对，所以我们国内没办法参与这个事情。那我们泰坦的话的区别就是会相比 Saturn 它的门槛会更加低，也更加符合 Filecoin 的早期的愿景，就是让家用的这种电脑和闲置的宽带设备、宽带资源就能够参与 Filecoin 的检索网络。对，这个是最大的区别吧。最大的区别就是门槛低，家用电脑就能够参与。对。
Yeah, so the biggest difference is the Titan network. The user experience should be much better, and also it's accessible globally. We believe that Saturn you're not able to access it if you're from China. So and China, as you know, is a huge market. So Titan will be globally accessible, better user experience, and easier to use.
Okay, got it. So Stevie, do you have any other question?
还可以补充一下，就是检索市场呢，它是会，就是 Saturn 是协议实验室它自己孵化的一个子项目，对，然后泰坦是协议实验室它出钱给到我们在做的这个开发的项目，对，那官方呢会让所有的让多个这种去中心化的 CDN 项目，这个在市场上自己去竞争啊，那到最后市场选择了谁，那这个是整个 Filecoin 社区说了算的，对，那 Saturn 它是作为一个项目方 Filecoin 项目方它自己的一个保底的方案。对，
Yeah, Saturn is what Protocol Lab is developing themselves. But in general, we think the project's trajectory, use cases, ease of use, and so on and so forth, is quite lacking. We're very confident that as a company external to Protocol Lab, but in partnership, we can develop something much better. Especially given the fact that for all these years, even before the founding of the company, most of the people that were part of the team early on, they've been involved in Filecoin as early as 2019, 2018, and they know where the pain points are from a user perspective.
Okay, thank you, Michael. And X, Stevie, do you have any other question?
Does NWG have an office in Singapore, or they are mostly only based in China?
我想他问就是我们公司现在在新加坡有没有运营啊，还是主要是在中国？
我们现在主要在中国，新加坡可能目前还没有规划，对，要明年或者后年吧，希望能够尽快的到新加坡去，
Yeah, we have some plans to develop the Singapore market maybe next year. Yeah, but for now, our main focus is still in the Greater China region.
对，但是我们可能香港会更近，会更快一些。我们在去年底就已经在香港成立公司，然后参与到业务的运营过程中来。对，所以香港和新加坡可能是明后年都会推进的。
Yeah, so but Hong Kong, the plans are more immediate, so there'll be a much quicker expansion into the Hong Kong market very, very shortly.
Okay, so Stevie, any else you want to ask?
I think I have a lot of questions, so maybe I will arrange a separate session with the people over from NWG. That'll be great. Thanks.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so go ahead to next question. Yeah, we understand that New White Group has recently hosted an IPFS conference in Shenzhen this month with sponsorship from the official Filecoin team, the Filecoin Arweave community, and Seagate. So could you give a brief summary of this event? X.
会对11月19号，11月9号，对11月9号，对，我们这次会议是Filecoin基金会和希捷赞助支持的，因为2022年现在已经快年末了，接近尾声了。我们 Filecoin 呢，刚讲了，在这个非洲啊、荷兰啊，在这个葡萄牙啊、新加坡啊，都举办了很多场大型的会议。但是中国由于去年的政策原因所以很多声音是没办法从海外传播到国内来的啊，种种原因吧。那我们这一次会议呢，就主要是想把Filecoin一些最新的进展的东西同步给到中国的社区。对，我们主要围绕未来的一个数据，就2025年数据需求，就市场这个对数据的一个需求的一个增长，以及 Filecoin 它自身的刚才讲了存储、检索，还有这个虚拟机的一个技术开发进度，以及对2年后的牛市的一个预判。对，我们在会上做了一个分享，我们是希望大家去了解行业的周期，了解 Filecoin 项目的一个进展，然后一起去参与到这个 Filecoin 的生态建设，然后合理的去布局，在熊市布局，然后在2年之后能有一个比较好的收获。对，我们也相信 Filecoin 能够在下轮牛市帮助大家取得一个比较好的收获。对。
Okay, thank you, Michael.
Yeah, so we did host a conference on November 9th of this year. Just about a couple of weeks ago, and the conference was fully sponsored and supported by the Filecoin Foundation, as well as Protocol Labs, also Filecoin Orbit community. So we can see 2022 is drawing to a close. We want to synchronize all the progress of Filecoin that's been happening in this year with the community here in China. That's why we held this conference. And the main focus of this conference was about the future of IPFS, the future of Filecoin, the future needs of the global community, as well as the needs of just the internet in general, and where Filecoin can better serve them. And we focus on 3 major sectors: the storage, the retrieval market, as well as the virtual machine, as well as make some bold prediction for when the bull market will occur, which will probably be 2 years from now. So the event was very successful, and we think that a lot of people got a much deeper understanding of the progress of Filecoin and all the different businesses and entities that are making strides to make Filecoin stronger. And I think a lot more people ended up participating more into the Filecoin ecosystem as a result, even though now we're in a bear market. And everybody at the conference strongly believe that Filecoin will perform very, very well at the beginning of the next bull market.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so now is the last question. Any final words? How can our audience best follow you and New White Group? Michael or X?
Okay. Start off first, yeah. So everybody, please follow us at New Web Group on Twitter, at New Web Group. And my personal Twitter is MYMY Vancouver. And everybody can also follow X as well. 欧阳，假如大家想在网上面跟你怎么去找你？
其实 DM New Web Group 这个官方 Twitter 就好，或者是我的那个 Twitter X， X 欧阳，最好是 WeChat， 然后然后那个就刚才就是 Steven 好像是 Steven 提问，就是说关于新加坡的这种规划，其实我们也一直在了解，就如果说在新加坡的朋友，然后对 Phil 关注的又比较多的，其实可以和我们联系，多聊一聊。
Okay, got it. I will help you to find some maybe partners who help you to relocate on Singapore. Okay, so no I mean, anyone want to ask a question in Twitter Space or YouTube? Okay, no one raised their hands. Okay, so that's all for this sharing. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, X. We will end up the event. Thank you for your questions.
Yeah, 谢谢。
Thank you for everybody.
谢谢，拜拜。
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.